first Shisochin basic. We're going to stand in shoulder width stance. And we're going to have both arms in front of us. Now, I don't want you to turn your palms up or down. Get them at a 100% 90-degree angle to you, and then ever so slightly turn. Now, what you've got to imagine here is that at this point, you're more or less in this position here. You want to be able to grab, you want to be able to cover. And this is what this posture or position of your arms is trying to teach you, to have strong, good positioning, and from there we're going to do our techniques. First things first, we're going to do a nukete strike. We're going to strike with the fingertips. We're going to pull back, we're going to strike out, we're going to come back. One thing that, my personal opinion, makes a lot of karate training ridiculous is thinking that you are literally striking with the fingertips to someone's solar plexus. I've never seen anyone be able to do that against a live, moving around, fast and furious attack. You strike with your fingertips at someone's solar plexus, 99.9% you're going to break your fingers. So what is this? The movement itself, if you look at the kata positioning, if I get my arms on the inside and I can control my opponent's neck, grab the back of the head, cup the chin, and from here, twist the neck at an angle down towards the height of the solar plexus. That would be something that you could legitimately do within a fighting scenario. So you're fighting, you get maybe a knee kick in, you cup the head, and you press the neck down and personalize on the floor. A much better explanation than thinking I'm stabbing my fingers into his solar plexus and I'm playing Mortal Kombat. Okay, so from this position, both arms up, pull, release. Now watch the hand. There's a very slight angle down. And then come back. Pull the left hand, release, come back. Thumbs tucked in. Pull the right hand, release, come back. Pull, hit, back. Once you've done that in shoulder width stance, by all means, try it from a short stance, sunction, pull, hit, step. Pull, hit, step. Pull, hit, step. And you can practice this forward and back because this is not the kata, this is basic. So 1, 2, and 3. Right, so that's your first basic for Shisochin. And most importantly, if this could teach you, what you see isn't always what you get in terms of kata. Our second basic for Shisochin, again, we're going to start from shoulder width stance. We're going to have our hands in the same as the basic number 1 position, but we're going to bring our hands together, and then we're going to pull to us, and then pull out. So we're not pulling next to us. We bring our hands together, we grab, pull to us, and then out from the body, to the body, and then at 45-degree angle back. Again, trying to think, I had some instructors in my past teach me, you catch the arms from the bottom and then pull them down. I don't think that is a legitimate way of looking at it. There are much better ways to catch arms than going from underneath, trying to catch wrists and pull down. So this movement here, to me, says I'm attacking the jawline. So again, I'm in this position here, and I strike beneath the jawline. Then I'm going to slide from the shoulders down to the wrists. And I'm going to control my opponent, and then whatever next happens, I could be putting my opponent to me and knee kicking. It doesn't matter. The point is, strike, pull down. Okay? So let's look at the basic again. 1, 2. And again, 1, 2. And last time, hands together, pull to me into fists, down. Okay, So that's your first basic, your second basic, sorry. Practice that bit, then come back to the next one. Our third Shisochin basic, we're again going to just stand in shoulder width stance. I'm not that interested in doing the legs today. I just want to focus on the arms. So just stand shoulder width stance and one arm bent completely flat, palm up, 90-degree angle hook, one fist away from the body. Now the other hand is not out in front of it. It's not the same as Saifa or Shisochin. This movement has the arm against your body because you are pressing against an arm, and most probably this whole part of your body is pressing against your opponent. So this arm needs to be very close to you so as to not be able to get caught. So from this position here, hand against your leg, palm against the leg, no gaps, I'm going to catch, and then all I'm going to do is I'm going to pull back and I'm going to break. And I want you to feel your hip pushing here. So you can see I'm not doing any movement with my elbow. My elbow is in place and it's just my hip moving the arm. There's no arm movement, bar picking it up in place, leaving it in place, and pressing the hip forward. So let's do that again. Catch, pull, and hip. We do that again. Catch, pull, and hip. And I want you to really focus on the hip moving the arm forward and not the elbow pressing the arm forward. One more time. Catch, pull with the hip. Now let's try the other side. So from here, your hand against your leg, other arm, 90-degree angle, one fist away from the body. Catch, pull, watch, I get my arm in place and the hip pushes it forward. So let's do that again. So from here, catch, I pull, and my hip presses the arm forward. Again, catch, pull, and hip push the arm forward. Last time, catch and break. That is probably the most difficult movement in Shisochin Kata. But it's also very, very important that you understand sticking close to your body and not always opening up and giving your opponent limbs to control. Have fun. Our fourth Shisochin basic is going to be our 4 palm strikes. Well, we're just going to do palm strikes, but in the kata, 4 palm strikes. So what I want you to do, put your left hand out, palm strike in front of you, and your right hand, tuck the thumb in, and place the whole edge of the hand here against the 45-degree line of your leg. So not on the side, not on the front, 45 degrees, but with the edge of the hand. So your palm is kind of pushing down like this. Other hand, palm strike. So from here, lift the bottom hand up. Now you're not trying to go forward with the hand, you're just lifting it straight up to your side. The front arm comes in. I bring my elbow in and I do a block. So it's not this. I'm not wax on, wax off. I bring the arm in, I block, and as this arm crosses my center line, the other arm goes out, hip, and then hip comes back. I pick my bottom hand up, bend, my hip follows the arm, or actually my hip controls the arm. I block, I cross my center line, palm strike. I lift, bend, block, I cross my center line, palm strike. Lift, bend, block, push. Lift, bend, block, push. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, again, might be a little bit complicated to do it correctly. A lot of people just kind of doing this type of thing, swimming. Watch this video again and slowly try and understand how the hips are generating the power and how the hands should be working in unison. Enjoy. Let's get to basic number 5. I'm going to use this center line here. I'm going to stand in Sanjay Dutch, Hiki. So we're going to step forward, catch, kick, slide forward, and then from there, elbow. So watch, palm as if I'm trying to close my ear, but the fist is one fist away from my body. The elbow is one fist away from my body, and the other hand rests on solar plexus. I'm in this position. Then all I want you to do is one step back, catch. Now we're going to go forward again. Step forward, catch, kick, foot goes down. You don't drop your leg forward. With purpose, you're sliding it in and out. You bump your opponent's leg. Bring your front hand to solar plexus and the other arm, elbow. Little hip movement there. Then, step with the front leg back, catch. Step forward, catch, kick, down, slide forward, elbow. Let's do that again. So from here, your left leg in front, step forward, catch, kick, elbow. Step back, catch. Step forward, catch, kick, elbow. Step back, catch. Step forward, catch, kick, elbow. Step back, catch. Last one, forward, catch, kick, elbow. Right, that is the kicking and elbow basic for Shisochin. Practice that a bit, then come back to the next one. Basic number 6. So, this movement is one of those movements that once you see it for what it is, it won't look abstract anymore. But until someone explains to you that this is a headbutt, it might look like something weird, being taught as someone grabs your arms and you're bringing it up and you're breaking up. There are far better ways for someone grabbing both your arms just to knee kick them and maybe give them a headbutt than to try and do funny breakout movements. Okay, so let's do this just from a shoulder width position. We've just turned around in the kata and we've got both palms up. Now, this is not the same as the beginning. The beginning, more of a covering position, trying to get to the center, trying to control the neck. This one is pressing out. I'm trying to press maybe into the crook of the arms here, pressing forward, pushing against my opponent. So I'm opening. Then I'm grabbing, and then I'm doing a headbutt. But the kata doesn't show the headbutt, it merely shows the arms coming back. We'll do the movement just now. So from here, it's open, grab, pull. Watch that it's not this. There's no purpose behind that because now you are opening yourself up and making yourself more vulnerable. So if you look at how the kata is done classically, there, grab, and just straight back pull. So if you think of the explanation behind it, get to a point where you're inside, press the arms away from you, open the person up, and move in and do a headbutt. Okay, so that then follows with the movements of the kata. I find myself in cat stance, and I'm opening up. You don't use cat stance for forward movement. You use cat stance for when you are being pushed on the back foot, for when you are spring loading to move forward. I'm either being pushed or I'm pulling, but it's a backwards motion, therefore the energy is now stored in the back leg. From this position here, one, now I'm driving forward. I'm not just stepping. It has to be a driving movement forward. So I've opened the arms up. I'm moving in. and I'm pulling the hands back. So the kata, 1, 2, 3. Practice that basic a bit, understand it, get the movements right. Don't worry about the application now, but maybe just for now, stand 1, 2, and making very sure that you're not from here trying to do that with the idea someone's grabbing my arm and I'm pulling out of that. Have fun. Our final basic for Shisochin is going to be the ending movement. From my point of view again, usually katas end with a final finishing movement. Shisochin ends with a full Nelson. Saifa ends by twisting the neck. It feels as if the final finishing movement that you could use as an ending to each of the applications that you find throughout the kata, as if it all ends with that movement. That's the one you're looking for. So Shisochin to me feels a bit different. This is a very general movement for opening up and finding gaps to initiate your fighting strategy, your other applications that you find. So be it that I'm coming from the inside here, 1, maybe opening up, 2, coming in for an underhook. It could be that I'm opening up here and then striking under the chin. It could be that I'm here turning and trying to break the arm. There's a lot of ideas that could flow from the ending instead of driving towards the ending. But that we leave for bunkai training. So all I want you to do, stand in shoulder width stance, and we're going to practice both left and right side instead of just one side like the kata does. So from here, I want your right hand to go to your shoulder, your left hand under, and I want your left hand to be pressing out. Your thumb turns as far outwards as possible while your palm presses down and your thumb turns as far inwards as possible. Then from here, we're going to cover and we're going to do the same thing to the other side. Thumb turns out, thumb turns down. Cover. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Also, one of the reasons I think this is to do with opening up a position for you to attack is that you find yourself in cat stance. Like I've explained before, cat stance is either for pulling someone or when being pushed and regaining your posture. So, whatever that may be, in Shisochin, we find ourselves in cat stance. And if we look at that and we think, I might be being pushed back, or I might be readying myself here for pressure going forward, then this makes sense as an opening movement of your fighting strategy that you want to now implement against your opponent. One hand down, one hand up. So if you look at the arm break one, the arm was here, catch and break. This one is very clear, it's away from your body because you are manipulating your opponent's arms. Practice that a bit, and then next time we do the whole kata.